What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and it looks like the racist Showtime documentary, Everything is Gonna Be All White, is getting exactly what it deserves. Because when you set out to create something, to create a series that literally is just attacking people because of the color of their skin, it turns out that the vast majority of people, all normal people out there, regardless of their skin color, don't like that. They don't agree with that. And to be honest, the reaction to this should restore a little bit of faith in humanity right now, because everyone has come together and wholeheartedly said, fuck you, to what Showtime and all the people involved with this are trying to do. You can see this score on Rotten Tomatoes. Not a single critic has touched this, which I think is very interesting, but a 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. And when we go other places, to be honest with you, it looks even worse. IMDb, a 1 out of 10. Mind you, you can't give anything a 0 on IMDb. It is physically impossible to give something a score less than 1 on IMDb. So this is the lowest score possible. In fact, it's likely the lowest score in IMDb history for a TV show. We saw, I think, was it Santa Inc. that set the record? This is lower. This has to be lower than that. This is embarrassing. And when you do the breakdown, 98 people out there, 98 people who hate white people gave it 10 stars, but the vast majority of people came in with that 1-star rating. And some of the people involved in Everything is Gonna Be All White are very, very upset about this. And we know the story. We talked about the trailer and how, they turned comments off because everyone in the comments was saying, this is disgusting, this is racist. As a black man, I hate this. As a person of Asian descent, I hate this. As a Latino, this is disgusting and clearly is engineered to drive more racial divisions. Everyone could see straight through it. And look at that freaking ratio, dude. This is gonna hit 100K. This will hit 100K dislikes, and it is going to be glorious. And when the first episode premiered, it was a very similar situation. Massive ratio. Comments were preemptively turned off because they are pussies. But someone is very upset about this. Amanda Seales, who, if you look at Amanda Seales' profile, it says, smart, funny, and black, the SFB Society. Well, I mean, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. I agree you are black. The other 2, I think that's very much up for debate. But if you don't know who Amanda Seales was, she was the person that you first got to look at in this trailer. And we're going to play her now famous line here in a second.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when they kill us.
And of course, that is spoken from someone that clearly has no understanding of who she's more likely to be killed by. Now, here's a spoiler alert. It's not white people. I know that may come as a shock to you. Maybe you're not quite as smart as you thought. You're obviously not as funny as you thought because, when you did this, I'm not sure if you realized, Amanda, that this would be the face to launch 1,000 thumbnails. I'll probably put your dumb ass in my thumbnail again for this video if I had to guess. If I had to make a prediction, that's what I'd say. But she is out on Twitter and she is very, very mad that the reception to Everything's Gonna Be All White is not as good as she thought it would be. Hashtag Everything's Gonna Be All White is required viewing. Trust and believe anyone taking issue with hashtag Everything's Gonna Be All White is either racist or and that's a raccoon emoji. I think you guys understand what she's saying when it comes to that. So there it is already. And this was the day that it launched. You already have one of the people that were involved saying, if you don't like it, if you don't agree, then you're a racist. This coming from the black woman who took part in a documentary that was all about attacking and blaming white people for everything solely because of the color of their skin. How hypocritical is this bitch? And of course, one of the people that she's talking to with this is someone that we know, or you may know her, I know her, Gothix. Gothix says, it appears that Amanda Seales blocked me. Here's my open letter to her. And the reason that Amanda Seales blocked Gothix, who is a black woman who had a problem with this documentary, a big problem with this documentary, is because people kept saying, hey, you should watch this. You should watch Gothix's video. You should watch this. Look at how she responds to you. So how funny is it that she got so tired of that she blocked Gothix simply because Gothix made a reaction video about this trailer and about this show? It's pathetic, but it just shows you where these people's heads are at. If you don't align with my way of thinking, regardless of the color of your skin, you're either racist or you're this. We obviously understand the message she's trying to send there with the raccoon emoji. These people are the scum of the fucking earth. That's why they're taking part in things like this. And the fact that it now has a 1 out of 10, a 1.0 out of 10, the lowest possible rating it could ever have on IMDb, and a 2% on Rotten Tomatoes should restore a little bit of faith that, you know what? There's some people that if they see propaganda like this, they are not going to fall for it. They are going to hammer it. Now, I guess you could also think, wow, it's shocking that 2% of people thought this was okay. Evidently, some of those people work at Showtime and felt good enough about putting this on air, which is disgusting and ridiculous. If it had been switched around, if you had been making a documentary all about, say, black people and blaming black people for everything and saying terrible things about black people simply because of the color of their skin and no other reason, yeah, I don't think that would make it on air. I don't think that would be on any streaming services. In fact, if you did that, you'd probably get fired, you'd get ostracized, and you'd never be able to get a job anywhere ever again. But that's not the case. When it's something like this, all we get is some backlash. But we got to keep pushing back and call out this garbage. I am glad that this came out. I'm glad Showtime put this out there. I'm glad this got ratioed, and I'm glad so many people got to see, because maybe your eyes weren't open to this. Maybe you didn't think there were people that were that openly racist that would make a documentary about something like that. But it is the case. These people do exist, and it's good to call them out whenever we can. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my PO box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.